I walked inside the hostel, only to see these chaotic lunatics jamming in the kitchen. Is he the guy? There's actually more where you came from. He's actually hard to handle, hey. On a scale of me to Zale. Where is he? Are you saying you're the most normal one? The fucker's delusional. What made you think you're the most normal? I think it'll be between Tyler and Cleon. He's that worse. What the hell are you talking about? You know what? Screw that. I'll just get going. Hep. Chicka mana. English idiot. Chicka first. Puta. Hyop talaga. We're lucky Zale isn't here. Well, how was it? First of, you guys are all crazily chaotic motherfuckers. Second, we're okay. From the last 4 days, I say we're doing great. Did you guys moved on to the next level? Next level of what? Your relationship. Duh. Where should we go? You guys are still not dating. What did he said anyway? He didn't rejected you. Of course he didn't. Look at me. I'm fine. And no, we're still not on that stage yet. After the song, we just took shelter because the rain was getting stronger. And I didn't want him to get sick. And for 4 days he didn't said anything to you. Not even a single I love you too. No smooth moves from him. I have all the time in the world to wait for him to tell me he loves me. Except you don't. What? All of them looked at each other like their eyes were talking. And I was the only one who didn't understood a thing. What was it? What was that look? Let's move on. Pray. Luto na bayan. Let's continue while still waiting for Ethan. You guys asked for this. So you better wait. What are you guys doing anyway? Singing. Jamming. Come on, join us. Teach me one of your songs. So demanding. Pay. You're so shameless, Delafranco. This is me. And you suck. I am lying down with Kenma by my side and looking at the outside view. I'm trying to get closer to him, but this kitty is just hard to talk to. Kitty, what's your favorite color? Red. Then what about your favorite song? Nothing. There must be something. I can't think of anything. So deal with it. So mean. Okay, what is your favorite food? Apple pie. I noticed that. Then what's your favorite flower? Rose. That made me smile. In this way, I actually made a step closer to him. But my happiness was soon stopped when my door suddenly opened and that made both of us stand up. Shoyo, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Am I not allowed? Don't give me that tone, shrimpy. And don't make me see this, rooster head. PFFT. Hey, don't laugh at that. Wait, you're back in blonde. It's only been a week since we last saw each other. Are you not going to introduce your friend there? Right. I faked a cough and looked back at Kenma. Then he walked closer to me and stood beside me. Kenma, this is Shoyo, my friend. Shoyo, this is Kenma, my love. I can feel my cold sweat falling from my forehead. Silence fell in my room and it's becoming awkward for me. The silence is killing me. Why isn't he saying something? But the both of them silently shake their hands without showing any reactions. And I'm actually sensing tension between them once their hands touched. Nice to meet you. Likewise. Then I suddenly gulped when Shoyo's eyes looked at me. Can we talk? In private? Sure. Shoyo and I walked outside of my room, leaving Kenma behind. Which I totally feel bad. But once we got outside, I suddenly got nervous. It's because I can feel it. Shoyo's really mad. Right. What brings you here? You don't really know. Why do you think you're here? For a job. And what are you doing? Shoyo, I love him. He makes me happy. He just made you happy once and you think it's love. I couldn't refute that. What's your problem anyway? Are you mad? I'm not, just frustrated. Because I think you've been a little sidetracked. I know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not forgetting about it, Shoyo. Really? Cause it just looks like you did Karu. What? I'm here to pick you up this time. We're heading back. What? But the sovereign told me that I won't be going back unless he said so. Yeah, and he just told me to get you. Why? Why else? It's because you've done your job. And now it's time to do the remaining tasks. I never thought that it could be this fast. We already talked about it. And you said that a week is the maximum time that can be given to both sides. Why did you sounded like you don't wanna leave? Maybe I really don't. You know how hellish that place is. I do know, but I never forget my responsibilities in that hellish place. I looked away from him. It's not like I neglected my responsibilities, I was too drawn to him that I forgot about everything else. And I thought that was fine. You're not actually thinking of taking him with you. You know me. You do realize that he's dangerous. Which makes it better. Kenma is on par with you, Shoyo. And wouldn't it be great if he could be part of Thanatos? What? Are you insane? Wouldn't you automatically thought that he's black and you must stay away from him? No, he's not black. He told me and I believe him. Who the fuck would admit that they're the most dangerous assassin in the world? How stupid can you get, Karu? Look, I may not know much about love, but I can be sure that I know more than you. And that's something you would never understand. I walked away from him and went inside my room again to tell Kenma to pack his things. He didn't really said anything and just followed. After some time, I went outside my room and waited for Kenma downstairs. Then I saw him. Are you and your friend all right? Huh, you guys probably fought because of me. No, it's not about you. It's about a lot of things. Which I am part of. Alright, maybe a little. But we have bigger issues. And you don't need to worry about that. Well, I won't. But I'm worried that I might affected your friendship with him. What? No, that would never happen. Shoyo just can't understand. But I know he will. If that's what you said, then I won't say anything anymore. Or, is my kitty worried about me? Stop calling me that. And where are you taking me anyway? We got inside the car and our driver started driving. To my hell. You mean your home? I never considered that place a home. Okay. We both looked away after that and both leaned our heads on the window. I never once liked that organization and I'm pretty sure everyone are all the same. They just couldn't leave. Because they're all aware on how the world needs help. So I sighed and leaned my head on his shoulder instead. You are my home. That's the only thing I've said before falling asleep. Once we've arrived in our headquarters, I've noticed how serious Kenma is. But he's not the only one. The atmosphere around the building is so heavy that I find it really hard to breathe. The meeting is starting. Let's go. What? But Kenma, I already called someone to take him to your area. Really? Thanks, Shoyo. Yeah, whatever. He's so cold. Is he still mad? But I don't have a choice but to follow him. Hey kitty, I'll be right back, okay? This is so big. Where am I supposed to go? Just follow that girl. I see. Okay. I'll be back. I'll wait. Thanks, kitty. Yeah. I grabbed his hand and I saw how he flinched by that, but it just made me smile. I looked at his eyes and kissed his hand. Te quiero, I sweetly said without waiting for his response. Then just went to the meeting that Shoyo's talking about. After 10 hours of planning and talking of strategies, we're finally done. Lev, call the others. Tell them to meet in our base. Yes, my lord. I see that Lev is still that obedient to you. Yeah, his response doesn't have any life in it and he's so cold. Is he still mad at me? Shoyo, are you still mad? Is that something you will understand? He's being sarcastic. I won't take that back. And I won't apologize either. I'm not asking you to apologize, Karu. Just open your goddamn eyes. To what? To him. I'll do everything for him. Even if it means leaving you behind here. I saw him flinched and I immediately regretted what I've said. And I'm not asking you to leave him. I just want you to be cautious with him. But I guess my intentions just looked like I'm a nosy friend.
バッキバッキに俺何を心だよ
Are you guys fighting? Ask him. You're the only one who has a problem here, Hinata. What's going on? Karu got struck by this once in a lifetime thing you've been telling me. Oh, yeah, and Hinata is too smart to understand what I feel. I don't need to understand what that is. Just make sure you don't die because of that so-called love of yours. And Shoyo walked away and left us here. Shoyo only wants us to be safe, Karu. He's not against your love. He just doesn't want to lose you. Or maybe he just doesn't want us to be happy. And he wants us to be here with him. You're being unreasonable. I know that I am, but I'm just really mad. So I just walked away and went to Kenma. Once I got there, I just hugged him. Are you all right? Did something happen? We had a fight. And I understand where he's coming from, but I don't know. I don't know why I got so angry. You should control your temper sometimes. But it was about you. And I'm sure he doesn't mean any harm. Why are you taking his side? I'm not. I just see why he would be mad about us. And I understand both of your perspectives. Am I being too much? I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what you're feeling. But I think you're thinking that everyone is against that, which is wrong. No one is against your love, Karu. They're just against with how you're expressing it. How I'm expressing it. You look like you're ready to abandon your friends for me. Your eyes tells me of how far you'll go. And I think that's also scaring your friends. Because you're not thinking of the risks that may happen to you or to everyone surrounding you. Your friend just wanted you to see that. But I will do everything for you. How about you, Kenma? What will you do for me? Kenma didn't answer that. I guess he doesn't really feel anything for me. I looked down and started stepping away from him. The thought of him not loving me back really hurts. And I'm running away from that fear. I am yours, Kenma. You can do anything to me. You can even kill me if you want to. That's how far I'll go for you. That was the last thing I said before going outside. And then I just looked out the big window here with my hands under my chest. But then I suddenly saw a light getting closer in our direction. My brows furrowed in confusion, but that made me think of something. The start of the war. Fuck. I quickly ran away from the window, and if I was a second late, I'm pretty sure I'll be caught up with the explosion. Then the next thing I know, the missile hit the building and everything just crushed. I grunted when I slowly opened my eyes. There's this ringing sound that I'm hearing and I'm really dizzy. I tried standing up, but I ended up falling again. So I remained there, and now I'm seeing the dark night sky. Karu. Hey, Karu. I saw Shoyo running towards me, and it was like slow motion for me. He looked so worried, but it really makes me wonder why he's not worrying about himself first. But then I thought of Kenma. Is he alright? Is he safe? Did he got out alive? I thought of a lot of things, but I also wished for a lot of things. Karu. I wish he's the one here with me right now. I wish I could have heard him saying that 3 words to me. I felt Shoyo helping stand me up, and he also supported me. Thanks. Don't worry about it. Wah, what happened? They're here. Ha, how did they know? And how did you know? There was AAT traitor. Shoyo looked away. That silence just answered my question. But I noticed his ear bleeding and the cuts and bruises in his face. Why you don't want me to know? What am I? A key kid now? What if I tell you it's black? Kenma. I looked at him seriously. We're in a pinch here, and he still had the audacity to lie to me. I know you're lying. It was like the ringing sound in my ears stopped. Great. Then you already know who it is. It was Tendu. What? I feel like my head stopped spinning after that. But Shoyo didn't give me the time to process what I've heard and just dragged me down to hide. The enemies are now attacking us and advancing on us. And we're not even prepared for it. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe. I mean, I was with him before all of this happened. And turns out, this is a 3-way battle. The one who launched the missile was the first wave of the first organization. And these people are with the second organization. What's their objective? Why did Tendu did this? Believe me, you don't wanna know. It's just the same reason with yours. And if Tendu hesitated a little bit more, maybe Kenma would do this instead. He doesn't work for them. He's an assassin, but Shut up. He's an assassin who was sent to kill you. But he didn't. How do you know that? He might have planned all of this. Then there was suddenly people shooting us. I heard him clicked his tongue before taking out his dagger and killing those people. Let's regroup first and then we determine where to go. You go ahead. I'll just check on him. What? Fuck you. Just fucking stay here, Karoo. I just want to know if he's safe. Don't go to him. But he needs me. He'll fucking kill you. Don't you fucking understand? So what? I'm his. I just said he can do whatever he wants with me. Are you fucking out of your mind? Yeah. Sorry, Dos. I have to go. I stood up from where we're hiding and did my best to go to where I think he is. Damn you, Karoo. So damn selfish. Once I've reached the highest peak, I can see how hard my colleagues are working. But I see no Kenma around. Where the hell is he? Then a loud thunder was heard and a flash of lightning was seen. Uno. Kita, where are you going? In the highway. Dos ordered me there. Take me with you. Okay. But aren't you supposed to be with Siat? I have other pressing matters. Just take me there. Kita took me with him in his car and we went to the highway where other people got involved in our conflict. The rain got stronger and it's getting harder for me to see the way. But thanks to the large fire in the side, I'm still getting a little bit of light. Kita gave me the weapons. Ah, what's the plan? Fire blazing. That's an awful plan. Do you have better ideas? Fire blazing it is. Seto. Then we put our game face on. I don't know how long has it been, but I think we've been fighting for a long time now. And we're running out of ammo. Kita, check on Shoyo. He said he'll be clearing the west. All by himself, you know him. And I think he's really angry. So I better not go there. He sure will be angry. We just got attacked, sold off, and betrayed. By who? Do you know who it is? Shoyo said it was Tendu. And I don't even wanna know why. What? How could he? But we both couldn't continue our conversation because someone shot in between our space. I glared at the front where I know where it came from. Tendu. I'll go to him. What? We're in the highway. I'm with Karoo. Who's that? Hinata. What? How come you guys have earpiece? See, it gave it to me. You're done. He is. How is he? I'll get going. Cease. Give me the coordinates. Oh, and Karoo. What? Hinata will be coming. I subconsciously gulped. Then another explosion came in again and Kita disappeared in my sight. But I heard what he said before leaving. Stay alive, Uno. After that, I could only clench my fist as I watch him run towards Tendu's direction. He didn't even give me an extra earpiece so I could prepare myself to death. I sighed and just continued searching for him. The rain is getting stronger. And while I was looking for him, I was shooting down enemies in my way. But I was stopped when I felt a strong presence behind. Are you sure you're going the right way? Ah, this is the one that both Shoyo and Sakusa warned me about. A very strong manipulator. Akashi KG. It's my pleasure to be known by a very strong gambler in the underground. You and I are the same kind. I smirked and faced him. And he was doing the same. But it seems like I was a step ahead of you. I didn't think you wouldn't prepare for this. Why is that? I'm not your opponent. I don't want to fight. I'm too smart for that. But I guess that's not the case for your friend over there. I looked at where he was pointing at and I flinched when I saw and heard the explosion. And another building got destroyed by that explosion. I didn't really need to know who's the cause of that. Your friend is a real monster. I planned the surprise attack for him, but he's really sharp and hard to deal with. He saw right through the red punk. You know he's the reason why your organization is fighting back right now. So is he your target? We're both looking at the same site and that's Shoyo. There's explosion in every corner of his surrounding and yet he seemed unfazed by that. I don't really need to worry about him since it's Shoyo we're talking about. He'll survive that. You can't stop him. There's no one to counter him. Oh yes there is. Black. Someone worse. But before I could even look there, someone attacked me. But I quickly defended myself. and I was shocked to see him in front of me. Without one single scratch and with a completely different look. Kenma, my kitten, is standing in front of me, with a sword in his hand. Pointing at me, with those eyes filled with nothing but killing intent. He's really here to kill me. But none of that really mattered to me. I looked down to sigh in relief and looked back at him again and smiled. I'm glad you're all right. Do you realize what situation you're in? It seemed like you've underestimated my love for you, kitten. I walked closer to him and I saw him flinched and stepped back. But I continued walking closer to him until I caught his sword and I didn't let go of that. I didn't minded the sting that I felt when the sharpness of the blade hurt me. I didn't took my eyes off him and just continued walking closer until I reached him. Then I moved the blade closer to my neck and smiled at him. I love you, Kozuma Kenma. I wish I could say that to you in many more ways and many more times. But dying in your arms is all right too. At least I get to see you this beautiful before the end. Stop. Stop it. Please. Kenma dropped his sword and I got surprised because of that. He's looking down and I can see how his shoulder is trembling. I wanted to hug him because I know he's crying under the rain. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Stop. Making it hard for me, dumb rooster head. Just tell me you love me. Don't die for me. I can't take that. I don't think I can. That made me smile and walked closer to him to hug him. I'll take it as your way of saying you love me too. Shut up. I chuckled and hugged him tighter. But it was all stopped when I heard that familiar scream. It made me let go. Because I know who it was. I was about to go to him but a hand stopped me. I'll go. Stay here. What? No. This is Shoyo we're talking. What about him? You. Don't look at me like that. You're in their side too. I'm not. Then why are you holding him? He's not. Don't give me that crap. Oi Black, what's your say in this? Are you going to keep on making him believe that you're innocent? Huh? What are you even doing here? Where's Kita? What did you do to him? What are you so angry about? You don't even know why I did this. And I don't wanna know. I am Black, and I was sent to guard the bridge. And kill whoever goes. Kenma, that day, I was supposed to kill you. I intended to kill you. But I couldn't. There was something about you that captivated me. And the next thing I know, I found myself completely and madly drawn to you. That's lovely. Now make the choice, Black. We don't have all night. What the hell are you talking about? Is it this easy for you to let go of everything? How about Shoyo? Weren't you ready to let go of everything for him too? Didn't you said you're willing to leave Shoyo behind for him? Why are you making it sound like you're the only one who's allowed to do that? But then we heard another scream again and I know both of us flinched in our positions. And then a loud thunder was heard and a flash of lightning was seen. But none of us were able to move. You won't go. I can't leave you. But he needs you. And I won't leave you. Karu. Whatever he's trying to say, I chose not to hear it and just charged forward to all the enemies. I fought and didn't mind the cuts that I was receiving. What's happening, Shoyo? Aren't you stronger than that? Don't lose. Hinata. I gritted my teeth and looked back to where that came from. I ran towards the dark part of the highway. How can I just ignore you when you're like that? What the hell is going on with you anyway? Kenma, come with me. I'll be right behind you. Then there was gunshots. And as we run along the way, I saw Tendu on the side, bleeding. Our eyes met and I knew what he's trying to say with that glance alone. We're facing someone dangerous. More dangerous than Black and Shoyo combined. I think I know who it is. Who? But Kenma didn't answer. And he stopped from running. That made me stop too and waited for him. We can't interfere, Karu. You have to get away. I'll stall for you, so please leave. What? What are you talking about, kitten? My friend needs me, I have to go. I can't understand him. Silence fell on us and only the sound of the rain and the war can be heard. I saw Kenma flinched and then suddenly, his eyes changed. There was suddenly nothing there as he slowly picks up a gun and point it at me. Kenma. But it just sounded like he didn't heard me at all. I tried getting closer, but he fired the gun and I got grazed in the cheeks. I couldn't move for a second. What happened to him? Why is he suddenly like this? Game over. Because I don't understand a thing, I remained frowning. Was it a trap before? To lower my guard? To make me a fool? I looked at him to find answers and my eyes widened when I noticed something. His hands were trembling. That was the answer that I was looking for. So I looked down and sighed and looked back at him again. But before I could hear the rest of his words, he already fired the gun. And my mind went black after that. I smiled as I look at him. Maybe, when the time is right, you'll find me again. I love you. I barely let out those words, but I kept on smiling even when I saw myself falling. Karoo opened his eyes and felt a tear fell on his cheek. He's looking up and clench his hair after feeling that pain. The only thing that Karoo could do was grip his shirt as he bends down while crying. Shoyo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He screamed. He remembers everything now and it's too late. Everything was a mess now because of him. He's now a mess and he couldn't find a way out. Karoo feels like he's drowning and suffocating in a never-ending sea. So you're here. Karoo stopped crying and looked up. And he saw a familiar face, but he could only stare at him. I heard you haven't been eating or going out from your room for 3 whole days. Zale, let's get you something to eat first before anything else. After some time. Thanks. Zale lets out a sigh before drinking his alcohol. Sorry Karoo, you don't have any time to grieve right now. Nor to be in despair. Right now, everything is chaotic and you're the only one who can fix everything. Where is he? I can put everything behind me. Just please let me see him. Are you gonna be alright? I just remembered my only friend. And realized that he's dead. Not only that, my lover killed him. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. You know that's not what I mean. But if you're that sarcastic about it, then fine. You brought this to yourself. Karoo doesn't have any idea where they are. It was a windy place and he's standing in front of his grave under the shade of a tree. It was peaceful here. The body is not there. It's just for the sake of formality. Where is the body? In Japan, of course. Lev took care of it. He can't transfer it here in Spain. Are you really sure that he's dead? You were there, dumbass. And if you're doubting me, then go back to Japan and dig his grave. I can promise you that you'll see a body there. If you can say that straight to my face, then I guess it's true. You're not the type to lie about promises anyway. So I'll trust you. Thanks. My wife made this for him. I heard this is where they hang out before. Karoo couldn't answer that. He only stood there as the silence fell on them. Everything happened so fast that Karoo wished that time would stop for him. Because he wanted to process everything in his pace, he wanted to grieve, to punish himself. But he's in reality right now and no one will adjust for him. He could only cope with the pain, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And it kills him that he could only fall apart in silence. I'm sorry. It was my fault. I was selfish. I only thought of myself. I'm really sorry. It wasn't all your fault, Karoo. It was kinda mine too. Because I made you believe that love is an amazing thing that conquers everything. I didn't warn you that love is also a dangerous thing that can make you lose everything. That it might hurt you and everyone around you. And I'm sorry. It turned out this way. Don't apologize like loving Kenma was a mistake. Because really, I will never regret that 7 amazing days of my life. I just regret the things I've said and done. And at the end of the day, let there be no excuses. No explanations, and no regrets. Forget the pain for now, let's deal with this shit first. Karoo faced him and he can see him smirking at him. Okay, I got something to tell you. If you curse at me then I'll punch